Hi, I'm Daphne from Daps Makeup, here to give you the quick tea on luxury makeup, and today we have a couple of items to talk about because for Mother's Day I'd gotten a Sephora gift card and I went yesterday to Sephora, got 3 items, and I'm here to give you a first impression of these items. So what are we talking about? Well, one, I'm really excited to talk about the Mario Liquid Bronzer. This is my first Makeup by Mario product I've ever bought. So this is not only a new product to me, but new brand to me. So I'm really excited to talk to you about this. And then what is not new to me, I'm very familiar with this formula. We have Dior, the Rosy Blush and Glow Blush and the Glow Lip Oil. I'm very familiar with both these formulas. They're just 2 new shades, and it is in Bronze Glow. And I got them both in the blush and the lip oil, both shades. So, and of course I incorporated in this very light makeup look. So yes, I got a lot to talk about. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a demo video of how I got this look together. And I'm showing you my look in natural lighting. All right, so watch the demo video, see how this look came together, and then I am gonna let you know what I think about all 3 of these products. And I might even have a couple of comparisons also to show you. So be right back. All right, guys, so I'm gonna be using for the first time the Makeup by Mario Liquid Bronzer, and I got it in this shade Dark Deep. It is the deepest shade. This is going to be my first time using this product. I'm literally taking it out of the bottle for the first time. This is the deepest shade. We'll see if I went too deep, but at the same time, this is a very sheer product. So it's, it might not be as scary as this looks. In terms of my base, I'm going for like a no makeup look. So I have the Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint. This is in the shade T13. And then I also have my Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Concealer in the shade 6W0. These are very light coverage products. So we're going for a very light coverage look. That's all I have on my face right now, and nothing has been set. So here we go. It does have a pump on the top, but I am going to, and actually let me shake it first just in case. I don't know if you should or not, but I just have a feeling maybe I should shake it just in case. I am gonna use the doe foot instead. I think that's just the way I think I like to do it. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm just gonna put a couple of, let me do one side at a time. I was gonna do both sides, but I don't know like the drying action or how things go. So let's just, I'm using an Esum brush, and as you can see, that blends in very easily, and as you can also see, it is very sheer. Let me go to the other side. Just turn off the ring light for this side just to see if that, makes a difference in terms of how you see things. But as you can tell, this is a very, very sheer part, which I knew it was going to be, but still. So these dots, as deep as this looks, no, it is extremely sheer. So let me, and I don't know if I just added more this time than last time. Let me even put a little more on the other side just to make sure things are an even coverage. I don't know if I did a heavier swatch this time because I feel like I see it more now than I did the first time. And I'll blend things out more later, but let's do the put on the forehead. But yeah, I feel like I see it more here than I do on this side. I must have did a heavier dot, or did I do an extra dot? I don't remember, but I feel like I see it more on that side, which I'm not mad about. All right, so let's see. Hopefully you can see that. I do. Actually, I think this is nice. Like I said, obviously you have to know when you're using this, that this is not what you're gonna use when you do a full glam makeup look. Let me put a little bit on the nose. Do a very natural, soft nose contour. I don't know if I should put a little bit more on this side because I feel like I just put one extra dot. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit more on the other side. I don't know. It might just be me, but I just want to make sure each side is even. All right. So I am gonna I do like to powder my makeup. I like to set my makeup because I don't like to look too dewy. Okay guys, so I went ahead and set my face lightly. Under eyes, I used the Pat McGrath under eye powder in medium. And then to kind of actually set the cream contour is by Terry Hyaluronic Acid powder in medium deep. These are what I like to use all the time. They're very light and dry skin friendly powders. So it's very light. And this is with this light on. Let me also take this off so you can truly see natural lighting how the skin is looking. So it has given me a very natural bronze. All right, now it is time to use the Dior shade, the new shade Bronze Glow. I got it both in the blush and the lip oil. We're gonna start with the blush. So beautiful. It's standard packaging, and here is it inside. You can see the Dior logo throughout it. Let me also turn off the light. There you can see it, more natural lighting. All right, so let's apply the blush. I'm gonna first try it with my soft cheek, and then I'll probably go in with a more denser brush afterwards. Just wanted to see. So, and let me turn off. I think you could still see it, but I think it's better with the light. Okay, so I'm first just doing a light layer with the soft cheek. I hope you can appreciate it. And I bought this knowing this was going to be a very natural blush for me. I'm going for a natural light look, but oh, it builds up. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And what's beautiful about it, it gives a natural flush to the face, and it's already, you know, bronzy, so it's like you don't need highlighter. You know, you can just use this by itself, and it kind of gives you bronzer, gives you highlighter and blush all in one, almost in a natural way, in a very natural way. So this is the blush. I actually want to also just try it on the eyes, just, you know, just to see if you're going with the light, no makeup look, how it would look just on the eyes. Be right back. I'm loving the blush. I really am. Let's see how it works as eyeshadow. Not that it has been labeled as such, but some, you know, that doesn't mean, you know, you can't use these, that they can't be multi-purpose. And my point of doing this is going for the natural look when you just need a nice sweep of color on the lid, and I think that works lovely. So, you know, when I'm just rushing out the door, want to do a light or no makeup look, and I just want to look just enough to be put together so I don't look dead and flat. You know, it's nice to kind of just sweep, you know, a bronzer-like shade, a natural shade just throughout the lid to give some warmth in a natural way. I even just put a tiny bit like on the lid. So I am going to add some mascara, and then we'll put on the lip oil. All right, like I said, I put on some mascara, just the iconic Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I have a little mini, forgot how good this mascara is. It's iconic for a reason. But we are on to lips. I've wiped up a lip balm on my lips, so I am dry, as you can see, so I'm really excited to put this lip oil on. I love this formula, but I'm excited to see what this new shade looks on me. So here we go. Because Mahogany was my first one and my first love, so let's see how this compares to Mahogany. And, you know, these are lip oils, so, you know, they're going to be fairly clear. But it's subtle. They're all going to be subtle, but I don't know. I still feel there's a little something there. So there is the lip oil. So, as always, Dior lip oils, they make your lips look really juicy. They feel fantastic. So this is my, you know, light makeup, no makeup, whatever you want to call it, look. So we got you know, the Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint on, and Tom Ford Traceless Soft Concealer. We got the new Mario Liquid Bronzer on, and then we have Dior Bronze Glow on the eyes, cheeks, and lips. All right, so hope you're liking this light makeup look, and we'll talk a little bit more in a second. All right, so I hope that video was helpful. So the first item we're going to talk about is the Makeup by Mario item. I figure let's start here because this is the newest new item. So yeah, and I'm sure this is probably what you guys are most interested in hearing about in terms of the formula. So let me get my information straight. So if I'm looking down, it's just I'm reading off because I keep just saying liquid bronzer for short, but let me give you the full long name. It is the Softsculpt Multi-Use Bronzing and Shaping Serum. Okay, so that is the official name of the product. The price is $36 and it is currently available at Sephora. So in terms of packaging, so one thing I will say, this is very lightweight. Very lightweight. It's plastic. You know, I wasn't necessarily expecting it to be glass, but I'll tell you, it is very lightweight, which also is great for travel and things like that. But just giving you a heads up that it's very lightweight. It has a unique packaging in the sense that it has a pump, which I have not used. As you saw in the video, I decided not to use the pump, but that is a choice, and maybe in the future I will. So you can use a pump action, or like what I did is screw off the top, and then you have the doe foot, a nice size doe foot that you can place your drop directly onto the skin and then blend it out with a brush. So that was just my personal preference. So I went that way. Maybe in the future I'll try the other way, and maybe in the future I'll give you you know, update on the product. Because like I said, today is truly a first impressions. Okay, I just wanted to get this video out. If I have some updates, especially if you follow me on Instagram, Daps_makeup. I tend to, you know, do makeup within the day, and sometimes I'll do updates on my posts. So watch out for that. So now this comes in 7 shades. And I got the deepest shade, which is dark deep. So it goes from fair to light medium to medium dark, and then dark deep. So I got the darkest shade. So keep that in mind as well, because if you are, you know, the fact that I was able to pull off this as a bronzer for me, if you're darker than me and you're expecting the dark deep, you would think that maybe I would be more of the medium dark. And I don't know, you know, I you know, in store felt like it matched my skin tone, to be honest. So that's why I went with the dark deep. So I do feel that if you are much darker than me, this probably is not good. So it sounds like, you know, 7 shades typically, and by the way they name the shades, that should cover everybody. But I don't know. I feel like this might be skin tone for some people who are darker than me. So they might need to make a dark deep. I don't know. Dark is deep. I don't know what you want to call it. But we might need an 8th shade. I don't know. But here's the thing about it is it's very sheer. So, you know, maybe it can work for different, you know, that it can, you know, these kind of products are supposed to be able to be malleable and versatile and be able to use for multiple skin tones. I don't know about all that. In terms of as a bronzer, it might work as if you just want to use it as a skin tint maybe. And it does say, like, I mean, it is described as a multi-use bronzing, and so just keep that in mind in terms of shade range. Okay, but let's just talk about the formula, and especially if you are my shade twin, how does this work? So you saw it on camera. This is extremely sheer, and I knew that going in, but if you don't know that going in, then you're going to be disappointed. I am somebody who loves to use cream bronzers. 95% of my looks, I am using a cream contour / bronzer. My #1 cream contour that I use is from Tom Ford, Shape and Illuminate. And then my second would be Danessa Myricks, and they both have a very balm. They describe it like that. It has a balm texture. It's solid, but it melts into the skin. Where yeah, I thought this would be fun to have something that is more of a liquid form. Now, I know better that, those are the two that, the Tom Ford and Danessa Myricks, that's what I use when I'm doing my full glam look. I already knew that this was very sheer. So I already knew that this was not going to be for my full glam days, that this would be for the days when I'm doing a no makeup / light makeup look. And I thought, it'd be good to do that because, I do have days where I like to do light makeup. But sometimes I still want to have some bronze. So I normally sometimes will still go into my normal Tom Ford, but I'll just put it on very lightly. So I thought it'd be nice to have something where I wouldn't have to worry about going in too light, and and then I figured it would work for a light no makeup day. Yes, this is definitely for a no makeup look, light makeup look. This is not to be used for full glam because you will be disappointed. This is extremely sheer, extremely sheer. It just show up. I hope you could see from the demo video, because I don't know if you can truly see it here now, but I hope you can. It is bringing some bronzing. You can compare, and everything's light. I did a skin tint today, and I also use a light coverage concealer as well. So everything on my skin is light coverage, skin tint, concealer, and bronzer. So you're gonna see all my imperfections still poking through because I kept everything light. But I hope you can still appreciate there is some bronzing compared to like the concealer and the rest of my makeup. So it's not that it doesn't show up. It does. I feel like it does, but it is sheer. So you have to use this on a no makeup, light makeup day. So if that is what you want, then I think it's great. It blends nicely. But yeah, this is not going to be for everybody. But if you like to do light makeup, I actually think it's a good product. So I actually like it. I just know when and when not to use it. All right. So I don't know. And I just thought it was just kind of innovative because we're so used to cream bronzers being really pigmented. So I thought it was cool to have one that was more sheer. I thought it was cool, the packaging, to have options of pump versus a doe foot, having it be in liquid form. So, at this point, owning so much makeup, it's nice to see brands trying to be more innovative and do something new. Maybe he's not the first one, but it's just, this is not the typical form that we usually see it in. So I appreciate him doing something different. So that's my first impression of the L'Oreal Sculpt liquid bronzer. Right, it is time to talk about Dior. And like I said before, I am quite familiar with this formula, so this is nothing new to me. So all that's new is the shade. So I was really excited for the shade. So let's start with the blush. I think that's, in particular the most exciting. So this shade is beautiful. So this is a natural line. I'm actually going to just turn on the light as well because I think in this one it might be appreciative to see also in lighting, just so that you can appreciate. This has a truly bronzy effect, a total glowing effect. So I just want you to also see it in the light, and then I'll go back to natural lighting. But you see that gold. I did not put any highlighter on. Nothing. And I have a skin tint, but that is very sheer. It is, and it's not the most glowy skin tint. And I also use powder. So this glow is truly coming from the Dior. I'm telling you, it is coming from the Dior. Let me go back to natural lighting. Like I said, not to say that I'm sure the skin tint and my skin care is providing some glow, but this is being fully amplified, with this. So this is a gorgeous shade. So obviously, as you can see, I'm going for a very natural light makeup look. And that's also, I knew when I was getting that, that's what I figured this shade in particular was going to be the best for when I want to have a very light, natural makeup look. Natural for my skin tone, this is a natural flush to my skin, and I love it. I also used it on my eyes, just a sweep of color, just so that, I don't look dead in the eyes, since I'm not going with traditional eyeshadow. And so I think it actually worked well on the eyes. And obviously where it's truly intended for, the cheeks. Love. Love, love, love. I can't tell you how much I love this. I love this. So this, Yes. And I just love this as a formula. So this is number 4 blush for me. So from Dior, because I have 3 others. So I have berry, I have rosewood, and I have mahogany. So you're probably curious, out of the 3, how does it compare? So I will say, I'm going to show you swatch videos. So to compare it with the Dior Mahogany, but I also want to pull out another brand. It is RMS blush, and it is specifically in the blush called Maiden's Blush. I wanted, because when I first put this on, actually my first thought I felt it was very similar. It was very reminiscent of this one. So I'm going to show you swatch comparisons. And looking at the swatch comparisons, you will see actually the Dior is deeper than the RMS, but trust me, when you put it on the face, it has similar vibes. But I do appreciate that this is deeper. And between the two, RMS is definitely even more glowy. So as glowy as you're seeing this, the RMS is even more glowy. I hope you could see that from the swatching, the difference between that. And then I'm going to show you comparison video with the Mahogany shade. And so when you compare it to the Mahogany is definitely much deeper than the Bronze Glow and less glowy. This one truly comes off matte. This one has a nice glow, and then this is very glowy. So just to kind of compare these 3, that's how they compare. Sorry about this one. These blushes, by the way, the Dior blushes do not swatch well. They apply beautifully to the skin with the brush, but they don't swatch well. So I tried my best to swatch, especially the Mahogany. It was tough to swatch that, but I hope you can still appreciate the difference in those blushes. I mean, the Mahogany, a lot of the times, it's a blush, but to be honest, I can pull it off even as a bronzer, so I kind of almost use it like a bronzer blush. But I actually still, it's almost even bronzer contour, the Mahogany. What I appreciate about this blush is that, especially like a day where I'm just trying to run out the door and be a natural look, that it can give me blush, highlighter, and bronzer. Like, I don't feel like I necessarily have to put bronzer on. It does all 3 in a very natural way. So the blush, yes. Now let's talk about the lip glow oil. I was very curious to see how the shade would be. So the first lip oil I ever bought was the one Mahogany. Loved it. That's what got me into the whole lip oil, was specifically the Dior one in Mahogany. I emptied it, and so I went ahead. Actually, before I got this one, I actually got the one Pink Lilac. If you saw my one of my last YouTube video, you would have saw me apply this. And I like this one as a, because it comes off more clear. It's hard to see the color, but I could say the same for this. It's a lip oil. So honestly, they're all going to kind of come out clear. The color subtle, and you might not appreciate it. It depends on the lighting and things like that. So sometimes you can kind of see the color a little bit, but essentially it's clear. And I don't know if it, I just don't remember. I don't know why I felt like Mahogany just had just a little bit more color than these two, or maybe I just forgot. But it is still the great formula. It makes your lips look juicy. It is so moisturizing. My lips feel great, so it's the same formula. I love the formula. But you just have to know with all of them. At least these two, I could tell you, because these are the 2 new. There's also a coral. They had come out with 3 new shades, so I got 2 out of the 3. But I can tell you, at least for these 2, they both essentially come out clear. The color difference is minimal. I'm kind of trying to give it as credit as I can, but they're basically clear. So honestly, do you need to have both? Probably not. Just pick one. So yeah, this I guess will be a little bit more brown, so it's a little bit more natural. This might be a little more pretty, but honestly, you're not going to notice a difference. So if you want to get one, just get one. You don't necessarily need both. But I still love the look, the feel of them. So that's that. So I think this is new and innovative. So I am actually still happy to have it. It has a specific place in, you know, my makeup regime, but it will only be for my no makeup looks. The blush, I love it. Yeah, I'll definitely, especially using no makeup looks. I might even still try it when I do something a little bit more full of makeup. But I love the blush. And the lip oils, I'm enjoying as well. Like I said, they're clear. So, you know, I think just with all of this, it's just about understanding what you're getting. These are very, I specifically did this no makeup look because I knew these specific products, that's where they're best to be used for. So as long as you know it's not full glam makeup, it's about having, you know, more of a natural look. So hope you found this video helpful. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. Otherwise, I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you next time when I show you what comes next into my collection. Bye.